my name is Sasha. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my May wrap-up. I already did this on my vlogging camera. Like, I know my last video was in a different setup. That was the setup that I intended to have for this video, but I lost the USB cable for my camera, so it's stuck on my camera, and I want to get the video out. So we're just going to do it this way. So I read 10 books in May, which is pretty good, although 4 were graphic novels. 2 were YA, 1 historical, and 1 contemporary, and 4 were adult, 2 historical, and 2 literary fiction. I had 1 DNF, 1 2-star, 1 3-star, 1 4-star, 1 4.5 star, and 5 5-stars. I had a really good reading month with star ratings, or however you rate books. I had a lot of good books. So my DNF was Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. I just did not vibe with this book. I'm glad that there are people who appreciate it, but I did not like Eleanor at all. I know she's meant to be unlikable, I think. At least I think she is. But she was a pain in the ass, and she was rude to people for things they couldn't help. And I just did not like her, and I didn't want to read about her. So I DNF'd it, and I'm not sorry about it. My 2-star was Bright Young Things by Anna Godberson. This was trash. It was so... there was like no content to this book. It was about like these 3 girls that come to New York. No, 1 is already there, but 2 girls come to New York to follow their dreams, and 1 is already there being rich. And it's about, chasing your fortune. And if it was actually about that, I would have been really interested, but it's mostly about like boys and dresses, and like there was slut shaming and fat phobia. It was just a mess. I really didn't enjoy it. The 3-star was Winter Girls by Lori Halse Anderson. This is about Leah, whose best friend Cassie gets found in a hotel room, dead, and they had kind of made a pact to try to be the skinniest girls in school, and it just dredges up a lot of bad stuff for Leah. She kind of goes off the deep end. I liked this book. I just think that it was written for the wrong reasons. I feel like it was written to not glorify, but capitalize on the Hollywood-esque, like, crazy parts of mental health, like the before part, the part before you get diagnosed, before you get help. And I'm sure that that's helpful for some people, but for the mental health community, for people who have already started doing the work to kind of, get better, it kind of hurts us, because that's all people see is the before, and it really bothered me. But the writing was beautiful. I really appreciate Lori Halse Anderson's writing. So it's up to you to read this book, but I wouldn't recommend it, especially because it has a lot of triggers. It has triggers for like if eating disorders, calorie counting, self-harm, just a lot of things. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it personally. My 4-star, where is it? I know I have it here somewhere. I'm just gonna put it up on the screen. One of my 4 stars was The Girl from the Other Side by Agave. This was a manga that I read for the Asian Readathon, and it was good. I really enjoyed it. It was really cute. It was so cute. It was short though, so I didn't get a lot of content out of it, but it is a manga, bind up, so it's not like you're gonna get a lot of content out of that. Another 4-star, let me get it, was Almost American Girl by Robin Ha. This was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. It's about Robin who moves to America with her mom from Korea, and it's kind of about the immigrant experience in America, just how, you know, you can be dehumanized, but you can also like meet people who are really sweet and help you, and I just really enjoyed it. And the art is really cute too. My 4.5 star was Pachinko by Minjin Lee. I enjoyed Pachinko. It's just, it hasn't stuck with me really. Like like some of the books did this month. Um, it was it's good. It's really good. Like it won awards and it should have won awards, but it wasn't like the family saga I was hoping for. It's also about the immigrant experience of being Korean in Japan during the annexation of Japan in World War II, and just how Koreans are seen in Japan. And I enjoyed it a lot, but I'm thinking of changing my rating to 4 stars just because it didn't stick with me the way that I was hoping it would. But that's okay. It was good. I enjoyed reading it. So my first 5 star was If I Had Your Face by Frances Cha. This was excellent. Like, I knew I was going to love this, but it blew me out of the water. It's about 4 women in Korea who live in the same apartment building, and their stories all kind of connect. And it was just really well done. The writing was fantastic. The stories were fantastic. It handles a lot of tough subjects, like Korean beauty standards, idol fascination, pregnancy. It was just really, really good. And I would definitely recommend it. My next 5 star was Afterlife by Julia Alvarez, and this was such a surprise to me. I like her writing just blew me away. Like she's I can't believe I haven't read anything by her before. Although I've heard of her books, she's award winning. Um, she wrote How the Garcia Girls Lost Their Accents, and I think In the Time of Butterflies. And I loved it. It's also about the immigrant experience, but it's about grief. It's about sisterhood. It's it's just gorgeous, and I truly recommend it. It's literary fiction, so if that's not something you're into, then you're obviously not going to like it. It also does not have quotation marks around the dialogue, which I know bothers like a lot of people. It doesn't really bother me. So if that's something you don't like, then don't read it. Next was a graphic novel or comic book bind up, and that was Something is Killing the Children, Volume 1 by a whole host of people. They never put the names on the front, and it bothers me to no end. But I got this from NetGalley as an ARC. I don't know if it's out yet. I I should have checked that probably, but it was really, really good, and made me feel all the emotions, and the art was great. And I love Erica Slaughter. She's fantastic. It's about, I know I haven't been telling you what all of these books are about, but I should try. It's about this town where all these children are dying and being killed, and this girl named Erica Slaughter comes. She's a monster killer, and she comes to basically kill the monsters that are killing the children. And I just really enjoyed it. My next 5 star was Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This was a ride. I vlogged the experience, so if you want to watch my vlogs, go right ahead. But if you don't want to, I'll tell you what I felt about it. Um, it was, it was, at first I started off not liking it. it was a lot of about the Six and about Billy, and I am not the biggest Billy fan, but it taught me a lot. Like, I did not expect to learn about stuff from this book. The commentary on love and addiction really spoke to me. Like, before reading Daisy Jones and the Six, I thought if you got cheated on, that was the end. Like, but I realized that some love is stronger than that. Some people are more willing to stick to their relationships than that. And I really respect that a lot. And that doesn't even factor in, like, polyamory. And, I mean, that's a different story. But it was so good. And I've listened to the audiobook, and I fully recommend listening to the audiobook. It's so wild. Like, it's like an interview with Rolling Stone, and I loved it. My last 5-star was Nailbiter Volume 1 by a bunch of people. See what I mean? They put, like, their last names. Ooh, look at my acne. Ooh. You can see their last names. That's it. That bothers me. If I worked on a comic series and my name wasn't on the front, like my full name, I would be upset. But that's just me. So Nailbiter is about this town called Buckaroo, I think. I haven't read it in a while. And it's about this town that produces serial killers, like more serial killers than any other town in the United States. And these guys go to investigate it, and one of the guys goes missing, I believe. And anyway, it's just a fantastic series. I loved it a lot. I did not expect to love it as much as I did, but I already bought Volume 2. And I'm just psyched that I liked it because Amy from All the Lovely Books bought it for me for Valentine's, Booknet, Valentine's, whatever that was called this year. Bookternet maybe. Yeah, it was just really, really good, and I'm glad I read it. So those are all the books that I read. I'm really glad that I had like 5 stars. I did a wrap-up of all the graphic novels I read, the last 5 of them at least. So I'll link that above if you want to hear more of my thoughts about the graphic novels or comic book bind-ups. And hopefully I will find the USB cable for my camera soon. Comment down below what you read in May. If you filmed a wrap-up, just link it down below and I'll go watch. If we're mutuals, or I guess you can't really be mutuals on YouTube. If we're friends on YouTube and I haven't watched your May wrap-up, please link it for me, because I've been so bad at watching BookTube lately because of school. I've just been watching Let's Plays, like video game Let's Plays to de-stress. So not as much BookTube content going through my eyes. Yeah, that's all from me for now, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!